Torah Center's video blog with the Torah portion of Yitro. 45 days after leaving Egypt and traveling through the hot desert sun, the Jews finally arrive at Mount Sinai and begin the last-minute preparations to receiving the Torah. Hey, are you ready yet?
5 minutes, I'm just freshening up.
Okay. You know, it's already been 10 minutes and we're already late.
I said I'll be ready in 5 minutes.
Well, it wasn't that kind of preparation. It was a more spiritual kind. But when the Jews arrive at the mountain, the Torah tells us that
the Jews, he camped there at the mountain.
Did you catch that grammatical mistake? What, mountain? No! The Jews, he camped there at the mountain. If the Torah is talking about millions of Jews around the mountain, then why does it follow up with he camped there in the singular term? As if it's only one person doing it. Does the Torah make these types of grammatical mistakes often? Sort of like my friend Juan Manuel Garcia de Lopez.
I love study Torah because I feel like the Torah it understood to me. You know, it's talking like me and...
So what's up with calling all the Jews in a singular term? Rashi, the great biblical commentary, answers this question by telling us that the Torah is informing us of an amazing thing that happened on that day. You see, on all the other travels that the Jews took in the desert, they did what good Jewish people always do. You know, they fought, bickered, and kvetched.
Who's kvetching? Do you see me kvetching? All I was saying is that I can't stand people who dislike others. And this tea could have used more sugar. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm really quite easygoing. Isn't that right, kids? I said, isn't that right, kids?
So while all their travels in the desert were stressful and tense, when the Jews arrived at Mount Sinai, though, they were suddenly united in harmony and love. Ke'ish echad belev echad. Like one man with one heart. And that's why the Torah describes it in the singular. And he camped, as if they were all one single person united in peace. Oh, what a beautiful lesson in unity for us to take home. Shabbat Shalom. Whoa, not so fast. Sit back down. It may not be such a beautiful lesson if you consider that just last week, when the Torah tells us about the Egyptians chasing the Jews at the Red Sea with the intent to kill and bring them back as slaves, the Torah also says that
the Egyptians, he chased the Jews,
describing it in the singular term again. And over there, Rashi also tells us that it's teaching that Egypt was belev echad ke'ish echad, very united as one single dude. So if even Egypt's attacking with such unity, then can there really be a lesson for us to learn from? Why does the Torah even mention this at all? Well, if you look carefully at the difference in Rashi's description of the unity, you'll see a slight but very significant difference between the two.
Coffee Mommy's not in town, so I'm gonna give you a little extra sugar in your cereal.
Daddy.
Oh, you're the best.
Daddy, you put the whole salt in my cereal.
A slight, but very significant difference.
By the Jews, Rashi says that it was like one man with one heart. But by the Egyptians, he says that it was with one heart, like one man. Why the switch of the order? You see, the Egyptians were really only united in their common hatred of the Jews. They weren't really a people connected with absolute love and acceptance of each other. They just so happened to all be in agreement about killing and re-enslaving the Jewish nation. That's why Rashi says that first and foremost, they had one united heart of hatred to the Jews. And it was only because of their emotional agreement that they then became united like one person. But when the Jews reached Mount Sinai, it was the exact opposite. They still maintained their differing opinions and feelings.
You're a crook! May you vomit at your wedding, you two-legged goat with a toothache! If I was your doctor, I'd prescribe you the worst of poisons. If you were my doctor, I'd drink it!
So they were still very different people on the inside, but when they came to Mount Sinai, they suddenly became one, totally in love with each other despite their differences. And only after they were able to love each other as one did they also find common emotional ground. So Rashi says that first they were like one person, irrelevant of their emotional divisions, and only after that did they also have one heart. The lesson is clear. In your life, don't let differences tear you apart from family, friends, or your people. Dig deep and discover that we Jews are indeed one unified being. Realize that each one of us depends on the well-being and happiness of the other, or else we can't be complete. So when you can find that love and passion towards each and every Jew, despite their differences, then you'll be well on your way to receiving and being transformed by the Torah. Shabbat Shalom. For real.
Ain't no road to happiness, 'cause happiness is the road. Enjoy every moment of your life. and you can be.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! No. Whoa!
Daddy!